Astro-Philo-Sophic-Soul-Survey. Greetings. Shall we explore together how we may describe Astro-Philo-Sophic-Soul-Survey, and how and why this notion might serve any being curious enough to sniff it out? Let us start with some looking into the meaning of these words and the story they may tell us. Astro is of the stars and the celestial bodies who hang mysteriously out there in space. And some of them indeed journey in orbits around our sun. Stars exist as self-luminous fixed points of light, while celestial bodies, which reflect light, also command the dynamic effect. The effect of gravitation exists through their particular substance and motion upon all within their proximity. Astrology is one of the oldest sciences known to the world, and over the millennia, humanity has used the analogous science of astrology to interpret the influences of heavenly bodies upon our human affairs and upon our human personality. Astrology is a science and an art, and is also a philosophy. Nice word, philosophy. It is a really old word, and when you pull this word apart, it reveals a simple and beautiful meaning. Philo and Sophia may be described in these simple terms. Philo is love, and Sophia is wisdom. Therefore, in essence, philosophy is the love of wisdom. Shall we journey a little further and ponder what we may use for definitions of love and wisdom? I like to use the understanding, intelligent cooperation for love, and the wise application of knowledge for wisdom. So, philosophy might be simply intelligently cooperating with the wise application of knowledge. Ancient wise men regarded philosophy as the greatest good ever imparted by divinity to man. Philosophy acts as a science for calculating what are values, and also calculating what are the substance or geometry of the forms of our very own mental self, of our emotional self, of our spiritual self, and our jolly old elusive ego, which is the collective expression of all of ourselves put together. Philosophy acts as a living art, which cover a number of adventures in cosmic ponder. In these moments together, let us briefly explore these interlaced disciplines. Then, when we put it all together, it will comprise philosophy. And it is with this tool that anybody may ponder the greatest human puzzle. Who am I? Why am I? And what is my most magnificent potential? This actually is the very essence of Astro-Philo-Sophic-Soul-Survey. The ponder realm of metaphysics is used to gather some understanding of what is beyond our physical world. As the word meta means beyond, and physics refers to matter, energy, motion, and force. This particular discipline adventure takes the philosopher into the ponder of the very nature of what may exist beyond being. When one journeys into the ethereal realms of the nature of being, it all may seem a bit nebulous, or a bit vague, and unsure, sort of fuzzy, and loose, kind of generalizing, and a bit random. So, the most practical discipline we may use for this angle of capturing perspective is logic. As a conscious being with living awareness, the discipline adventure of logic may be described as our inherent abilities to use deductive reasoning, to use inductive reasoning, discrimination, discernment, insight, awareness, focus and attention. It is these qualities we may use so to collect principles, axioms, maxims, truisms, laws, elements and formulas. One could say that these particular notions carry a certain substance or a solidity that may govern correct and reliable inferences from our pondering. Then we have epistemology. This discipline adventure is a sort of ponder of pondering, the exploring of the very nature of knowledge itself. So we could say that the fruit we harvest by the use of logic is what epistemology likes to look into. Logic collects and assembles principles, etc., and epistemology surveys their essence for meaning and purpose. Now let's look at ethics. Let us also take note of ether, ethos and eteric. E is for energy and it is for emotion. Theos is for God and hic is a state of being. Now creatively we may see ethic as a state of being where we emote godness. Ethics is the discipline of exploring the nature of morality, individual responsibility, and determining the nature of good, or the nature of goodness. This discipline adventure is both introspective and extrospective. Ethic is the vibe of goodness that emits from one's luminosity. As we may say, ethos is the vibe of goodness that emits from a mission statement or a way of being. We know ether to refer to spirit as the mystery of life, and eteric is a state of being emitting the mystery of life. Whereas morals are the definitions of good, gleaned from pondering the world external to our inherent beingness. Beside and contained within ethic is commerce, the dynamic interaction of substances. All energies meet and interact, and hence commerce. By exploring the ethic and morals of commerce, we may ponder the secrets of the interaction of all the invisible forces which combine to make our psyche, our personality. Behind all of this ponder of the philosophy is the actual philosopher. And what is the essence of what is beyond, behind, above and below the philosopher, the purpose, the meaning, the spirit, the mind, and the soul? What are these notions? How may we define the limitless, individual expressions of spirit and soul born by we all? And now to the rescue comes the discipline adventures of psychology and astrology. These two are amazingly intertwined and effectively seek the same ends. Astrology uses a system of symbols to represent the dynamics of the invisible forces which make up the psychology of any being. These invisible forces are called archetypes. Archetypes are best described as living energies which contain ideas and information. Archetypes are compulsive, driving forces within each and every one of us, which dominate and motivate our choices. Although archetypes are unseen forces, we may see the reflection of our archetypes displayed in our tastes, in our style, in our fashions, in the values we uphold, in the choices we make in our life adventure. The choice of career, the choice of relationships, the things we love, and the things we hate. They may be seen reflected in the things we are interested in, and the things we are repelled by. It is these invisible forces which clothe the ethereal substance of our spirit, our soul, and our mind. Combine the art of philosophy and the science of astrology, and we may survey a unique notion of what may be the soul of one's being. The psyche is the combo of spirit, soul, and mind. Logic allows us to determine that this trio exists tensioned in time and place, and may be explored when they are clothed in astrological symbols. Now next, boys and girls, I will now attach to the end of this mind-boggling session of notions a discipline adventure that you may use to appreciate the amazing miracle and mystery that is your life: aesthetics. Aesthetics is the area of ponder where we may enjoy, explore and discover the nature of the beautiful, the harmonious, the elegant, the noble, the wonderful, and the magnificent. So, an Astro-Philo-Sophic-Soul-Survey seeks to articulate notions of one's destiny and fate. Destiny is the cards you are dealt in your life adventure, and fate is how you play them. with a set of articulated notions of defining the dynamics of your spirit. The form of your soul ponders as to what might be your purpose and meaning. Then you are better able to work more consciously with fate and destiny. So become armed with the insights of Astro-Philo-Sophic-Soul-Survey and embark upon a magic journey where you may partake of the luminosity with which your reason may bring him to your proximity. Thank you and ta-ta for now.